Hello everybody, this is AL Thick Madame. Y'all got to get a little bootleg version of me today because I have been working like crazy and I have not had a chance to be at home to actually record. I'm actually at my part-time job right now waiting outside. I had to go inside real quick to handle some business, so hopefully I'll remember everything. And I did not bring my tablet or, even make notes. So hopefully I can remember everything I want to say. First, before I even get started with that, let's see how many of y'all know what I'm wearing. Anything about what I got on as far as this shirt is concerned. Look at this shirt. Ew, look at this shirt. Ew. Of course, this is a Walmart special. This ain't nothing, this ain't nothing major or whatever. But anybody in the comment section, go on down there and let me know what you know about, who was on that shirt and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking today. I've been getting complimented left and right on my hair and on my shirt. And I'm just like, y'all fired, because my hair has been like this this is going on the second week. Y'all, somebody back it up. That's why I'm brightening up all of a sudden. But yeah, y'all see me? I'm trying to be happy today. I've had a really decent day today. Y'all, let me get this gum out of my mouth being unprofessional. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Let me stop. Anyway, y'all, let's get into the shenanigans of Ready to Love. So next week will be the last episode for this season. So yeah, nothing happened this week as far as anybody getting eliminated. But yeah, let's get into what actually happened in the episode, y'all. So it kind of started where it left off with London and Brent kind of going back and forth, because Brent was in the middle of talking to Alexis, and London, felt some type of way the whole day, the whole night, because she is now focused on Brent and Brent alone. And so he looking like, oh no, I got to get in where I fit in. And so he done rolled up in the middle of their conversation, like, let me just speak to her for a few minutes. And so Brent looking like, nah, bruh. So it just gets to a point where he just looking like, yeah, whatever, I ain't got time, do what you do. So he is trying to talk to Alexis, and it gets to the point where Alexis was like, okay, yeah, high five. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Yeah, okay, bye. I was just like, I'm gonna leave you to know, just in case you didn't know, sir, you just got dismissed. Alexis ain't here for you no more, and you just need to deal with that. Y'all, I laughed so hard, because I'm like, you just set it all the way off for somebody who has been flip-flopping this entire time. 1 week she like this dude, the next week she like somebody else, and it's like, you sat up there and you done messed yourself up, because it's like, why do you not understand that the main person that you have been living for, at least in the beginning, was divine? So now you want to sit up here and be in your feelings, because now you got to sit up here and be like, oh, let me hope that she still want me. So he had been texting her and contacting her, and as crazy as she is, as desperate as she is coming off, she has responded to him. And he is even shocked that she's responded to him. Like, he's in the confessional, like, after all I put her through, after basically making her my number two, I'm shocked she's even responding to me. And I'm looking like, yeah, any woman in her right mind would not do that. Like, she's basically accepting being second. And it's like, girl, I can't. And I mean, I guess it's because she really does not have another dog in this fight. She don't have a dog in the fight at all. And it's like, girl, if I were you, I would just bow out gracefully and be like, look, man, you just set up here, set it off for somebody else, and I'm over here left holding the bag. I got to sit up here and hope that a wrench is thrown in your plans for you to want me. It's like, oh, you don't want her, so now you come back to me. Oh, okay. Girl, I've been in that position very, very recently, where somebody was just using me, and, I was the backup. You know what I'm saying? I was the main one, but then, they see something, shiny and bright over there. They're like, oh, let me go look over there at that. And then they realized it wasn't all what they thought it was going to be. They was like, oh, let me come back to my safe place. Y'all, I cannot. I can't do it, girl. Whether you actually are or you actually aren't, Divine, you are coming off as somebody who is very desperate for a man, desperate to find love. And my thing is, I fully understand wanting to be with somebody who loves you, wanting to find real love, wanting to be in a very fulfilling relationship, but this ain't it. Especially with him, because he has not been consistent. He'll see somebody be like, ooh, I like that. And then he's been all talk and no action. So even though Alexis has been hopping from pillar to post, man to man, she does have a point where she's saying that, you could talk all day, but you need to show me. Don't just sit up here and tell me, ooh, you my number one. Ooh, I like you. We got this great connection. That's literally all he's doing. London is just talking. Brent has actually been showing and proving. And it's like, it's late. You late to the game, sir. London, you are very late. It's late in the game. It's over with. Like, it is over. The season basically is over. Like, this whole situation is over. And now you want to be like, oh, now I know what I want to do. And it's like, now you have Divine second guessing herself because she basically is number two. Then we actually find out, well, I ain't gonna go into that yet because the most happened. But yeah, anyway, y'all. Let's see. Y'all, Reba and Mario meet up. So Mario is still trying to, talk to her after everything happened, which was, she was like, look, I feel like you and Tandy are going to be together. So I'm going to go ahead and remove myself from the equation. And it's like, what's wrong with that? She understands what it is. She can see what it is. You can see that from a mile away, that you seem to be more into her than into Reba. So it's like, why would you want to sit up there and just hurt your own feelings? Like, that's dumb. So she's removing herself from the situation. So he want to still sit up there and meet up with her. And he's still kind of trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I know what I want. And I'm like, how do you know what you want when you sitting up here saying basically that you want both of them? And they are not the type, they don't come across, let me say that because I don't know them personally. They don't come across as the type of women who want to share a man. Therefore, I'm going to need for you to understand that because you say, oh, I know what I want, when you're talking to one of them and then basically saying the same thing to the other one, don't sit up there and do that because you basically are saying to both of them individually, I want you. So that's why she don't want to open up to you. I mean, even though she has been kind of hard and not wanting to open it up to people anyway, but it's like, you want too much. You want too much. And it's like when I say you want too much in this scenario, it's like you want the world from these people knowing that you really want Tandy. So it's like, why? So anyway, she kept the same energy and was like, like I said what I said before. I feel like y'all need to just go and be together. And that's just it. She basically has self-eliminated herself. So later on, I don't know if it was the following day or what, but Mario and Tandy met up for a date where they were doing something with clay and, a little pottery making date. And it was a little cute date. Y'all, the same, Tandy, I love you, girl. I love you. I live for you. But why do you do this to me every week? And I have to bring it up. I can't help it, y'all. So, again, when she's in the wine bar, her hair was everything. When she came back to the wine bar, her hair was everything. So I think she kept the same wig clip in or whatever it was. I don't know if it's a sew in or what's going on right now. It was cute. It was like blonde on the ends and like a little slight curl. Like, it was really cute. But then she went out with Mario and they had her, I don't know if they caught her on the wrong side. I don't know if she was scratching. I don't know what happened. But you could tell the part where she was supposed to blend it in, where her hair had been moved, and I saw where the weave was. And I was just like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? And her hair was like perfectly laid when she was in the other scenarios, whenever she's in the wine bar. But then she go out on a date. Most of the time her hair be looking something has happened and it's disheveled. And I'm like, girl, no, what is going on? Because I was like, okay, this week she gonna do right. She gonna do right this week. No, confessional, she looked good. Everywhere but at her date, her hair be looking... I was just like, girl, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if somebody be trying to play you or you done hugged Mario too tight and then y'all was play fighting or something and then it got thrown out like that. Like your head just... I was like, girl, no, why? I was rooting for you. Let me stop. But anyway, I still live for Tandy. I still like her. I still like you, Tandy. I don't have no issue with you. It's just, I don't understand. Like, do you not look at your hair before you go and start those specific scenes or something? Because I'm like, yes, her hair be everything when she in the wine bar. And then all of a sudden it's like, what happened when she went on the date? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, I digress. I'm a hair person. I can't do it. I'm a hair person. So I'm just like, Lord, what happened? Girl, so anyway, they had their date. And it seemed to have been going quite well. Even though I'm not here for Mario. I can't do it. Too many red flags have come up with him. While he has the nerve to talk about, oh, red flag. Y'all... Before I go any further, because I'm going to forget. Speaking of red flags and him doing the most. So Alexis had a moment where he was talking to, she was talking to London. And basically expressed in front of the group that, you know, she ain't here for him no more. And that he has not shown improved. And, you know, basically just told him what it was. And she was like, look, I'm going to basically put all my efforts and all my focus and my energy into somebody who actually is showing me that they want me. And that ain't you. So Mario go sit up there and like talk under his breath, talking about that's some BS and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you're acting like Jimmy. You're acting Jimmy-ish. Because Jimmy will see something and he'll say something slick like that. And I'm like, that ain't even your situation. Why you worried about it? Because that's exactly what Jimmy did before. It was a whole nother situation that had nothing to do with him. And he had the nerve to put his 2 cents in on it. And it's like, it ain't got nothing to do with you, sir. What is you talking about? Anyway, that was something that just rubbed me the wrong way about him. Anyway, y'all, back to the date. So, long story short, he was like, Tandy, I got a surprise for you. And I'm looking like, okay. Y'all, had her close her eyes. And then he pulled out a ring that was made out of clay. And I guess it was somewhere within the place where you could purchase it. And he put it on her finger. And she was excited. And she was smiling from ear to ear. And they actually kissed. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can't because I'm trying to be happy for you, Tandy. But he just has all kinds of red flags that you don't need in your life. Because I don't want you to come up having to catch a charge because he done tried you. I just feel like he gonna try you. You gonna slap the fire out of him. You gonna end up fighting him. I feel like some hands gonna be thrown because he gonna really try you. And you seem to be completely different from the other women that he has had dealings with. So it ain't gonna go down the way it's gone before where they're just like, oh, well, I can't deal with this. Let me leave. I feel like you're gonna actually leave your mark literally while you're leaving. And both of y'all might go to jail. I don't want that for you, girl. Please run. Please run. I understand people can change, but he do too much and it ain't worth it. Anyway, outside of the fact that he is how he is and things have been revealed, you know, that date seemed like it went all right. Y'all, Darren is not there. The reason why he's not there is because his father had a heart attack. And yeah. So there really was nothing going on as far as Ashima and Darren because he wasn't there. He had to fly out to Detroit to be with his father. I don't know what has happened since then. I didn't go on social media to see if there were any developments as far as if he's okay or not. But yeah, she asked that people, you know, lift him up in their prayers. So yeah, y'all, she did, you know, talk about some other stuff later on, but it was just about, you know, who, you know, we all think needs to go home and who needs to stay. Okay, y'all, who else is left? Let's see. Who else left? Because it ain't nobody really left like that. But yeah, who was it? Brent? Mario, London, Darren. That's it. So yeah, y'all. I mean, everybody just had their little moment. And come to find out, Brent actually slept in Alexis's room. That was something that London didn't know about, and he calls himself like kind of like looking at her in a different light, like, I can't believe that she let him sleep in her bed. That she let him sleep in her bed. Why? Why? They grown, they can do what they want to do. Like, it wasn't implied that they actually had sex. They just slept in the bed together. Whether they had sex or not, it's still not any of your business. And she's not focused on you, so I don't understand why you're mad. What else happened? Y'all, I mean, not much happened, y'all. Ain't nothing really to discuss as far as this one was concerned. It just got down to the point where Tommy let everybody know that from here on out, basically, it's basically going to be every man for himself, and everybody has a say-so in who goes home, you know, and who stays. So one man and one woman is going to leave, and then the last of the couples will be, you know, whoever they're going to be. So they didn't go into any details outside of saying, like, who... Well, they basically just said, a lot of the ladies said that they feel like London needs to go home. Y'all, a situation popped off at the wine bar between Alexis and Divine. So Divine, before we even get to that, Divine met up with London. And like I said, London is like, I can't believe she's even still accepting my phone calls, whatever. So they met up. And so, you know, he was like, thank you for me, know me, whatever. And so, you know, she's like, of course. So it just gets down to a point where she was like, you know, I didn't know what was going on. And y'all, I can't. Like, that whole scene just made me cringe because I'm like, girl, you deserve better. Like, he literally is just like, okay, I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nobody. I ain't got no more players on the board outside of her. Let me shoot my shot and see if I still have a chance with you. That's basically what it was, as far as I'm concerned. So she met up with him. He's basically like, from day one, I'm just trying to let you know, you have been my number one. And so she was like, well, I felt like I was your number two. It got to a point where I felt like I was your number two. And y'all, he was doing all talk again, and she was sitting up there falling for it. Y'all, so when they get to the wine bar, and they start discussing who they think need to go home, a lot of the women said they felt like London needed to go home. And she was like, well, I disagree. You know, we are great. We are amazing. We are having our connection. And, you know, of course, she's dead set against, you know, him going home. Because essentially, I don't know if the way they're going to do it is whoever considers themselves to be a couple, they are the ones that are going to be eliminated, or if it's going to be just two random individuals. But I think it should be or would be whoever these couples are. So, y'all, it gets to a point where Alexis was like, well, he made it very clear that I was his number one. And some information came out, which was apparently that night when she gave him something for his birthday, where they had the little strawberry incident. Alexis is trying to make it seem as though she was on three-way. I don't know if the phone was just on, like, or we were supposed to imply that at one point in time one of the conversations happened, but she said that she was on three-way. Divine didn't know she was on three-way with London and Alexis. And I was like, okay, girl, what in the world? So everybody at the table looking like, wait a minute. So she was like, yeah, y'all, Divine is in the confessional like, I don't believe it. And she's at the table somebody, I don't believe it. I just think she lying. I was like, Lord, I don't know. And I'm like, hopefully she's not lying and trying to stir the pot, because hopefully she's not trying to be one of those, well, if I'm not going to be with him, I don't want you to be with him either. You know, I just want everybody to want me and to continue to want me, even though I don't want them no more. So they're just going back and forth like, well, I don't believe you. And so she was just like, you know, I have receipts. And y'all, eventually it got to a point where Divine said that she's willing to fight. And the way it came off to Alexis was, you know, literally fight. And so she was like, girl, you don't want none of this. I will drag you. And so she was like, what? She was like, I will drag you or something like that, she said. Y'all, I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, girl, what are you talking about? I'm not even a fighter like that. I don't even get down like that. I'm talking about fighting for love. And I was like, oh my God. Divine was like, yeah, I'm not here for fighting. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about me actually fighting for love. And I was like, Lord, this is too much. And Alexis was kind of like, but I said what I said though. But then Divine was kind of trying to make it seem like, but you wouldn't do nothing. And I was like, Lord, oh my gosh, I can't. It's just too much. Y'all, I think Reba, unless I just overlooked her when they did the meetup again, I don't think Reba was there at all. I think Reba did, completely like just walk away. Unless I really was not paying attention, she done walked away. So she basically did self eliminate. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you really don't have any connection, so you might as well. So good for you, girl, because ain't nobody here for you because Carrie ain't here. Y'all, I don't know how it's gonna go, but they just made the last little half or the last little leg of the race, so to speak. They made that all about Alexis and Divine. I was like, no, y'all, I can't do it. In all honesty, I'm not here for Mario and Tandy. I don't know how I feel about Alexis and Brent, but they seem to have some great chemistry. And, they had a little moment later on and they were just talking. And, it was like everything that he said, it just was, right on time. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll see if you're just the flavor of the month or the flavor of the week, like everybody else has been, sir. And then, like, as we all know, and then what happened was she felt the need to come to him and be one-on-one to be like, okay, this is why I talked to London and I need to prove to you that you are number one on my list, because of course he's feeling like he is the second choice. So she was like, look, he was, on the top of my list, meaning London, but you have to understand that you came in late to the game. You finally opened up way after the fact. So I had no idea what you had to offer until you actually opened up, which was true. And like everything she was saying, it really did make sense. So he fully understood that. And so then, it kind of changed his tune, because she was like, you quite possibly were always the one, but you didn't do anything. You didn't stand out. You didn't say anything. You were just off in the cut. And that's the truth. So I was like, sir, you can't sit up here and be like, well, I don't know how to feel because I was her number two. I mean, you really wasn't nobody's nothing because you weren't open. You weren't talking to anybody. You weren't doing anything. So you should be glad that you were able to say, like, if you didn't look how you look, you would have been eliminated. Y'all, next week, we're going to see how it go down. In all honesty, I think that London will go home. I have grown very bored of the story between Divine and London, because it's not how it was in the beginning. So I don't feel like it's going to go over how it would have gone had he actually been, what's the word I'm looking for? If he had actually just stayed and been consistent with how he was saying he felt about her. Not to say you need to have all your eggs in one basket like a few of the people have done and then it failed. But if that person is your number one, act like it. Like, of course you can mingle and do all that stuff because this is a dating show. But if you know this person, you have the strongest connection with this person, why would you go off and just completely, like, apparently London completely was just like, I'm off the rails. I'm about to go head first, just go crazy over Alexis and just completely forget about the fact that I was living for Divine. So now, let me backpedal and try to get back with her. So, we're going to see what happened next week. But anyway, sorry this was all over the place. I ain't got my notes. And didn't nothing really happen, so I kind of had to drag out a little bit. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this, even if it was a little bit. I got to get ready to go to work, y'all. I will see y'all later on. Hopefully I'll be able to introduce some of my other stuff again. Well, reintroduce. allow me to reintroduce my stuff. But anyway, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all later.